how's it going? Naomi here from Oh My Makeup, which is my Instagram handle, so if you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link down below. Also, if you like this movie, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. Also, ring the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a video. The video is going to be my first product showdown. What I wanted to do is I wanted to create a playlist of videos of product showdown. Instead of reviewing one product at a time, I will be reviewing 2 products. I do recently released products that are kind of similar to each other. So today I'm going to review 2 recent released products. I have 2 concealers. I have Nyx Born to Glow Concealer and Revolution Makeup Conceal and Hydrate, the Radiant Concealer. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a showdown of these 2 products. I'd like doing is reviewing these 2 products, one on one side of the face, one on the other side of the face. I will also do a check-in at the end of the evening to let you know how they wore. I'm so excited that now on the market I feel like more glowy long-wearing concealer, more glowy long-wear concealers are being released. I feel like we had a saturation of full coverage, matte, long-wearing concealers, and I just can't wear those. I have super dry skin, so I have to wear something a little more glowy. But I also do want full coverage and long wear, so I'm so excited that they've been coming out with more concealers like that. So I have these 2 concealers so far on my face right now. I have my eyes, I have my foundation and my primer. So for my primer, I have my Farsali Liquid Glass Radiant Serum Primer. I just got this on my BoxyCharm Premium, so I'm trying that out. And then I have my Loreal my Pro Glow Infallible Foundation. I wanted to do a lightweight foundation so that you can see the coverage of the concealer better. I feel like if I use a full coverage foundation, you really wouldn't see how much coverage the concealers had. Alright, so let's go over the claims of the 2 concealers. The Born to Glow Radiant Concealer is a micro pearl infused illuminating concealer that blurs imperfections, adds instant radiance, and brightens the appearance of a dull complexion. Customizable coverage, so that lets me know that it's probably not super full coverage, but that you can build up to what the coverage you would like. The NYX Born to Glow Concealer. Let's look up the Makeup Revolution Concealer. What it says here is that it is a radiant concealer. It has hyaluronic acid, and it's a medium to full coverage concealer. So I guess we will see how full coverage this actually is. So the 2 colors I got C2 in the Makeup Revolution. So I know these are not going to match in tone because one is a more cool tone and then one is a more neutral. I normally go for a neutral concealer, but when I was at Ulta and trying to pick out my concealers, I had drank an entire coffee before I walked in, which is a terrible idea to do that before you go makeup shopping. So I just grabbed a concealer when it came to the Makeup Revolution because I had to leave. So let's go ahead and zoom you in, and then we're going to apply the 2 concealers on the 2 different halves. Alright, so there is the starting point for my right side. And there is for my left. Don't have very much coverage. I do have pretty dark circles under my eyes, so I just wanted to show you what it looked like without concealer yet, so you can see it before and after. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the NYX Born to Glow on this side, which is my right, and we will see how this applies. So it has kind of a funky little sponge tip applicator. I'm not a super huge fan of the applicator, but it's not really a big deal. So let's go ahead and apply. Squeeze out just a little bit of product. Alright, so there's a little bit of product coming out of the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and apply, and I don't use a whole ton of concealer. Just a little bit, especially where I'm red. And on my nose, I'm just going to put 1 concealer, so I'll go ahead and just put the Makeup Revolution concealer. So I use a little brush to kind of blend that in. We'll see. Just grab a mirror. So it's blending all right. I don't see a ton of coverage. Alright, so I'm blending it in. The tone, the color I chose is pretty good. It's pretty lighting, so that's nice because I'm really pale right now. So I wanted a highlighter that was just a little bit more light, brightening on my skin. So I blend it in with a brush, and then what I do is I kind of just go over with a wet sponge just to kind of really press that into my skin. So the concealer doesn't have a ton of coverage. Let's see if it is blendable like they claimed it was. So we'll just put some right there where I really need it, where I have my darkest dark circles. And I always blend out and away from the eye. Sometimes I like to blend it just a little bit and then let it sit there while it kind of dries just a little bit. I feel like I get the most coverage that way, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of leave it there, let it sit for just a moment, blend it out with a sponge. So that definitely did add some coverage, the second layer, and also kind of letting it sit there a little bit, I feel like that did add quite a bit of coverage. So that side is actually looking really beautiful. It's super luminous, which I love. It is creasing just a little bit, but every single concealer I own creases on me, and it's not set or anything yet, so we'll see how that works after I set it. But I think it's looking really, really pretty. Alright, so there is that side, the right side, which is the NYX Born to Glow. I think it looks really, really nice. So there is one side with concealer, one side without concealer. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Makeup Revolution onto this side. And like I said, this one's definitely more pink tone, so it's not going to be a great shade match. But we will see if I can make them kind of work. We'll just put this one on my nose. Blend it in with my brush. So what I'm noticing with this one is this one I feel like definitely has a little bit more coverage than the NYX right off the bat, just initially. And the color is really pretty brightening for my skin, which I've never really used a cool tone or a pink toned concealer. I actually kind of like it. So there is that. So I feel like this side has even more coverage than this side. So my Makeup Revolution side has more coverage than my NYX side, and I feel like I put about the same amount of product on for the first round. So this one is not built up at all. It's just the one layer. So I feel like that one definitely has more coverage than the NYX one, for sure. So I don't know if you can see that. But definitely the Makeup Revolution is a little more brightening and has more coverage for sure. So let's see if I can build up the NYX side to have a bit even more coverage. So we'll put that there. And like I said, the tones are completely different, so that's kind of hard to see. But I do think both of the tones really kind of work for me, which is kind of strange. I'm going to put just a tiny bit more Makeup Revolution because I really want to see also how they look with a couple layers of it, if they start getting cakey or too much. So there is both concealers. I think I'm pretty good with the coverage, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. So this side is the NYX side, this side is the Makeup Revolution side. I really think they both kind of look really nice. They both have pretty good coverage. Enough coverage for me. I don't need super, super high coverage. I think the NYX one is just a tiny bit more glowy than the Makeup Revolution one. But I do think they both look nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off, I'm going to finish up my face, zoom out just a little bit, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I have the rest of my makeup on. I just put on a little bronzer, highlighter, contour, lip gloss, not a whole lot. What I'm noticing initially is that the Makeup Revolution side definitely is creasing a little bit more than the NYX side. It does look a tiny bit heavier than the NYX side, but I also think it has more coverage. So I think they both look really nice, though. Actually, I think they're both concealers I would wear just on a daily. I do want to see how long they wear for. So right now it is, let's see, so it's 8:47 right now. We'll do a check-in probably later this evening, about 6 or 7, just to see how long they wore and if they wore off equally, or if one lasted longer than the other. So I will come back and check in just a few hours, but here is the initial look after they've sat for just a little while on my face, and I will see you later this evening. Alright guys, so I am back, and it's been 7 hours since I first applied my concealer and my makeup. I did not retouch my face. I did add some more gloss, and then I threw on a hoodie because it is cold today. So let's go ahead and take a close-up look of my concealer. I really like these concealers. I like that they're not super drying. They don't emphasize my lines under my eyes. They are starting to wear off pretty good by now, so I would say their best life would probably be between 6 and 7 hours. I feel like after that they're probably starting to fade. I definitely don't have as much coverage as I did when I started. And I would definitely say I like the NYX side more, which is this side. I feel like it did crease less, and the Makeup Revolution side definitely creased a little bit more. It's not crazy bad, and they don't look disgusting under my eyes. They don't look super faded or anything. So I would say that I definitely like both of them. I think the NYX one is a bit better, a little bit longer wearing, and doesn't crease quite as much. These are definitely the type of concealers that I like because they are hydrating, they're moisturizing. My under eyes don't look dry. They still look really luminous even though I set them. Perfect for my dry skin. So I would definitely go with both of them. I think they're really nice. At Ulta, which is where I bought both of them, the Makeup Revolution one was $4 yesterday. So if you can go in and it's at your Ulta on sale for $4, I would definitely say pick it up if you were looking for a lightweight but pretty medium coverage concealer that is luminous and hydrating and not drying. I definitely would suggest that one. And I am just really excited to do this showdown. I don't know if it was very helpful because I ended up liking both of them, but I do think the NYX one is better than the Makeup Revolution one, but not by a whole lot. Hopefully this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel. It would be awesome. I will catch you on my next video. Bye guys!